Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hello and welcome to Rytro, where we dive into the world of geopolitics. Today, we're going to talk about a fascinating story that's been making headlines lately. So, you might have seen the social media post from US President Donald Trump last week, where he basically called out Russia for its struggles in Ukraine. He said Russia was like a paper tiger and accused Putin of being all bark and no bite. But what's interesting is how the Kremlin reacted to this, or rather, didn't react. You see, when you look at the statement from Vladimir Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov, it's pretty clear that they're not having it. He basically told Trump that Russia isn't a paper tiger and compared us to a bear because, well, we are kind of like that. But what's even more interesting is how the US president's words were met with a mixture of disdain and dismissal from the Kremlin. I mean, you'd think they'd be all upset and angry about being insulted by Trump, but instead, they just kinda shrugged it off. According to some analysts, this might actually be a sign that the US is trying to back away from its commitment to Ukraine. See, Trump promised to keep supplying weapons to NATO, which basically means he's promising to support our allies in Europe. But then he also said something pretty strange, like Ukraine can just take back its land by military force. Now I know what you're thinking, what kind of crazy talk is this? But apparently, Putin and his team think that this might actually be a viable strategy, and they're not afraid to say it either. As one expert put it, Trump's insults towards Russia were basically just a smokescreen for something more sinister. They're trying to distract us from the fact that the US is quietly pulling back on its support for Ukraine. So what does this mean for Europe? Well, essentially, it means we need to be prepared for anything. Because if Putin thinks he can just walk all over us and get away with it, then we need to take a closer look at our own foreign policy and make sure we're not getting caught off guard again. That's the bottom line from Rytro. Thanks for tuning in.